Hi family, I'm Dr. Brenda Woburiasti. I'm a licensed daycare provider, a published author of 3 children's books, an advocate, a consultant, a veteran's wife, and a mother. If you need help setting up your daycare service or just looking for great ideas to incorporate a play-based learning approach as well as learn about research-based solutions to issues impacting education, this is a channel for you. Subscribe, share, like. Thank you. We're on our way to the Virginia Renaissance Fair, and it's F-A-I-R-E as in fair. And there was an emergency on the road, while we were going, and we had to stop for a little while I don't know if maybe there was an accident or something happened there. I'm not sure, but it was just a short break, and we just kept on going. Now, I wanted to check the definition of Renaissance. It's the revival of art and literature under the influence of classical models in the 14th to 16th centuries. The place was packed. That's a winery. It was jam-packed, like there was hardly any parking, and people were still coming in even as we got there. Okay, I'm going to tell you about the temperature. It was about 90 degrees. It was hot. Not too humid, thankfully. There was a little bit of wind, but it was H-O-T in capital letters. It was super hot. So it was me, John, and the baby just walking through. I had a baby carrier, so I had the baby on me. If you take notes, you can see how everybody is dressed. Look at all these people. Look at that lady down there. It was fun. And that definition I gave you at the beginning was from Google. It says another one. It says on here, the culture and style of art and architecture developed during the Renaissance, and then a revival of or renewed interest in something. Rail travel is enjoying a renaissance. So this was the oh my, you have to see the line. The line was about 3 or 4 miles backwards. It was a lot of people. There were children, there were adults, there were men, women, all category of people, and there were people dressed up as in the Renaissance. Beautiful dress-ups, and we had to wait. I think that the only thing I would do if I was reviewing this fair is that they need to do something about the payments, make it quicker so they can get people through real quick. But the lady we saw at the gate, she said they haven't seen this much crowd in a while, so they probably were not prepared for it. So it was we're lining up here, and then the lady had seen that we had a baby at one point, and she said we should come to the shorter line, as we got closer to the ticket place. So we just kept waiting. We're looking at people, enjoying the scenery. These people were playing. There's a lot of music, and there's a lot of Scottish theme around here. There were men on skirts. There were women on skirts too. They were on those those checkered Scottish skirts. Yeah, there were a lot of people who had those on. So you can see with the crowd, you can see how the crowd is very diverse. There were young people, there were old people, just all kinds of people. Now, I don't know if your phone has done that before, but this phone kept telling me it's too hot, and that lady was interacting with the baby. It's too hot, you can't use it now, so I had to take it, turn it off, put it in my pocket, take it back down, take it back out. It just wasn't working well for me. That's why I need to use my camera more often. But the phone is so convenient. I just take it and go. There's no need to download or upload. It's just ready to go. So we're thinking, should we take a car? Should we take a wagon? Or shouldn't? Well, we were fine. We're comfortable. So we're still waiting here, waiting to get in line to get a ticket so we can get in and see what's going on. And I was just thinking of some movies that I've seen that have these kinds of dress ups on it, like medieval movies. I don't know if you've seen a lot of medieval movies, and they have these people. Look at that, Virginia Renaissance Fair. They have these people dressed like this. Like if you go on Netflix, for instance, there's Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Yes. So this was the very first stall that we got to, and that lady had that big old turkey leg. I was like, man, where did she get that from? But we eventually found it, and I was not in the mood for turkey leg. But this man was singing a lot of Spanish songs and love songs and sad songs and all kinds of not Spanish. I'm sorry, I said Spanish. I'm talking about Scottish, a lot of Scottish songs. And while we were there, I'm telling you, it was hot. But luckily, these little tents helped. Like where we were sitting down, there were tents. There was a tent here. There was a little bit of wind, and it was a little bit comfortable. But some other movies like The Last Kingdom, like Braveheart, like Rain. If you've seen those movies on Netflix, you can, or anywhere else. I don't think Braveheart is on Netflix, but that's how these people were dressed. We were just dressed casually. I had shorts on. My husband had shorts on. Just regular dressing. We weren't dressed up. I don't know how these people survived dressing like this in 90-degree weather. Okay, I don't know how the people in the Renaissance era survived dressing the way they did in the kind of temperatures they were in. Sometimes I don't know. Maybe they had a fan inside their dresses. I don't know. Another movie we can think about, The King, like all those royalty kinds of movie, The Tudors. And they said there was a queen here. Sometimes my phone wasn't recording, so I just was able to take only pictures. That's why you see these still images. They were just pictures I could take. But they said there was a queen here, and she was dressed all in purple. We did not wait to see the queen. The heat wasn't comfortable at all. So we just came here. We stayed for then probably stayed for an hour or so, maybe less than an hour, and did a little walk around. We were so comfortable at the first tent, and we wanted to sit there, but we changed our mind and just wanted to do a walk around. There were all kinds of activities. Some people were like fighting medieval fights. You know how they have those swords and they were dressed in armory. They were fighting and shouting. And we didn't go towards that area because I don't know, maybe I'm getting old. I just don't want to see men fighting with swords, and it just wasn't something I wanted to see then. But then there were some people with fires, and there were games for children. There were vendors with, look at these clothes, which I don't wear, but I know some people do wear them. There were jewelry places. There were pirates. There was food, all kinds of food, and we did see that chicken leg the lady was eating. Not chicken, it was turkey that lady was eating, and I was like, should we taste it? It looked too big for, we just were not in the mood for that. But there was popcorn. There was this jerk kebab place that we got at. Man, we were thirsty, and we had to find a place to get food from and drink. So we went to that jerk place. I got jerk chicken kebab, and my husband just got a sausage sandwich. and we got lemonade. See, this is the stand we got our food from. So that's John down there getting the food. Luckily, it wasn't too many lines on the vendors on the food Actually, on all these stores, there was no the lines were not that long. Nobody was waiting in line actually, because people were just walking around. I think it was better for you to look at that guy on Scottish outfit. It was just better to walk around and just enjoy the little breeze, the little wind that was blowing. It wasn't too humid. Luckily, it wasn't too humid, but it was hot. I say 90 degrees. It was hot. So no, we just kept walking, and I know that coming here and doing like an hour walk around, not probably maybe about 45 minutes or so walking, also was a kind of workout, because now we're trying to work out, we're trying to eat healthier, we're trying to do a lot more to keep our bodies healthy. So the walk was fine, the heat, the sweat was okay. Vitamin D does not hurt. It's just when you stay too much in there, then it starts to burn. So we were like, okay, an hour will be good enough, and we can go home. You see those kids? So they were children. They were not a lot of kids games actually, but they were kids games. They were like cornholes, those cornholes are the things where you throw bean bags and try to knock the holes down. There was the dunk game where you try to dunk somebody in water. We saw that. Apart from these little games here and there was the jousting I told you. There was archery with the arrows, and all kinds of fun things. There was the music. There were horses we saw. I don't know if they were part of the exhibits, but there were horses somewhere in the corner, and we just showed it to the baby. I would really love that our son is very friendly with animals. I'm not that comfortable around animals, and I would like my son to be. I'm a little bit scared of big animals like big dogs, or we see a stranger cat, or I'm not very comfortable around them. If I know the dog and it's a small dog, I am kind of okay. But bigger dogs, and sometimes big dogs don't even hurt you, but I'm not comfortable, and I don't want my son to have that phobia with animals. So we try to give him a lot of exposure with animals, and sometimes also with the daycare children too. Sometimes we have animals come over. Luckily, we have some very great parents, and if they have a kind dog or a chicken, some kind of kind animal they have at home, they bring it to us during the summer, and the animal can visit and children can pet it, and that helps. I've started to do a lot better than I was with animals, and that's because I started giving myself more exposures to them. So because we go to the farm, we pet the animals, so that's something I really, really would like, that our son is comfortable around animals and he knows how to treat animals nicely, So let me come back. This is it. We just kept moving around and seeing all kinds of places, and looking at all the beautiful dresses people were wearing. And then it was time to go. We went down, we found our car, and got in, and the car was probably 200 degrees. It was hot. So we took all the windows down and turned the air on, and as we started driving, the wind was coming in and it got better. So if you stay this far, thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for watching to the end. Also, thank you so much for following me on these my vlogs. They are kind of different, but I like to show a different side of the daycare provider. We are human beings too, we travel, we do things that regular people do, and I like to show that part of the daycare provider. We try to work out, we want to be healthy, we eat well, we try to eat well, we try to live great and healthy lives, we try to travel. So that was John just asking for directions, and we're wondering if people sleep here. But anyhow, thank you so much for coming, and I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope I have some more great stuff coming on this channel. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and bye.